Timothée Chalamet, aka the best actor ever of our age, lost a ton of money because of a Spider-Man audition, which was a colossal failure to say the least. Despite his failed audition, we'd say the 26-year-old's doing pretty well right now with the Dune 2 in the making and Willy Wonka coming out the next year. Two very high-budget films. Let's look at the money the actor lost because of Spider-Man and his co-star's villainous plans for him. To start with, let's discuss the prospect of little Timmy as Spider-Man. Okay, so we love Spider-Man in all its shapes and forms. Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, and Tom Holland, all of them have done stellar jobs at bringing the fictional character to life. We love all three for entirely separate reasons. Tobey Maguire for the sheer sentimentality and nostalgia, Andrew Garfield for being super sweet and super hot, and Tom Holland for being an all-around amazing person, and the funniest Spider-Man of all. In the star lineup we've seen over the years, our mind can't fully comprehend wavy-haired Chalamet jumping over buildings and getting his jolly on for people. Not that he can't be jolly or friendly, he's in fact one of the friendliest celebrities we've seen, based on interviews, but we still can't imagine him indulging in hyperactivity as Spider-Man does. Maybe it's the somewhat somber roles that Timothée has taken over the years that have the bias in our minds, but we're sure we're not the only ones, right? Over the past couple of years, top celebrities have auditioned for Marvel roles, and not all of them got their foot in the MCU. We're talking about Saoirse Ronan, Amanda Seyfried, John Krasinski, Hugh Jackman, and Tom Cruise, among many more. Given the examples above, it's clearly not Timothée. We mean, if you're rejecting someone like Saoirse frickin' Ronan, there's gotta be something wrong with the franchise. But honestly, can we really blame MCU if our dear Timmy blew his audition? This brings us to our next point. Following up, why wasn't Timothée cast as Spider-Man in the first place? So the year is 2015, Chalamet is about 20 years old when he auditions for Spider-Man Homecoming. Fast forward 3 years, it's 2018 when he won the award for Best Actor at the Los Angeles Film Critics Association Awards for Call Me By Your Name. During his acceptance speech, the Dune actor revealed how awry his audition for Spider-Man went. He said,
"I read twice, and I left sweating in a total panic."
First off, given the type of work he's done, we can't fully wrap our heads around this information, and secondly, how nervous was the poor child that he came out of it sweating bullets? Anywho, his audition went so poorly that he wanted to go back and request to audition again. When he discussed the idea of re-auditioning with his agent, he thankfully talked the troubled actor out of it. Brian Swardstrom's agent convinced him by giving Sean Young's example of how she scared everyone away by showing up at the studio in the Catwoman costume. Dang, can't a girl get some credit for going the extra mile? Sean Young, if you're watching this, we fully support you. So the Spider-Man role may not have been in the Call Me By Your Name's actor. This doesn't mean that Marvel is completely off the hook for him. His Dune co-actor Zendaya and current Spider-Man Tom Holland proposed a rather benefiting role for Chalamet within the MCU, but more on that later. Moving on to the real tea, how much money did Chalamet miss out on? A few years later, when people look back at the current zeitgeist for the MCU, all they'll remember is Spider-Man. Admittedly, it was all about Iron Man a few years ago, but right now, little old Spidey's the reigning king of the MCU. Tom Holland's portrayal of the character has been insanely well received. We mean, have you seen the guy perform stunts? His body is super athletic, which low-key makes us jealous. But he's also super friendly and truly our friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. Given the popularity compared to other Marvel superhero counterparts, one would assume that Holland's paycheck contains many zeros. Unfortunately, contrary to popular belief, he's not really earning that much. If CelebrityNetWorth.com is to be believed, they only paid Holland $250,000 for appearing in Captain America Civil War. As for his first big movie as the new Spider-Man, Spider-Man Homecoming, the paycheck was $500,000. $500,000 is a huge paycheck, don't get us wrong, but Robert Downey Jr. began his career as Iron Man at a hefty $2.5 million way back when. After the humongous success of Holland's Spider-Man Homecoming, he got a $1 million bonus too. As of now, Holland's takeaway is $4 to $5 million per performance, but his biggest paycheck was for Spider-Man No Way Home, which gave him a comfy $10 million. Based on our very expert math, we suspect Holland's bagged about $20 to $30 million by being Spider-Man alone, and that's the amount Timothée Chalamet lost out on by blowing his audition. Not to mention, if Chalamet was cast as Spider-Man, what would his career have been? On the surface level, people may think that the actor lost big money by failing his audition for the role, but we should consider that had they cast him as Spider-Man, we wouldn't have been able to see him in the stunning roles he's taken on since. We're talking about Call Me By Your Name, Little Women, Bones and All, Lady Bird, Beautiful Boy, and all the legendary work he has done at such a young age. We live on the internet, but the only recall of Tom Holland we have are Spider-Man and Zendaya. No shade to Tom, but Spider-Man really has been that huge of a deal, and it's directly related to him. For Chalamet, however, there are tons of beautiful pieces that come to mind. By missing out on Spider-Man, the actor has more than made it up by choosing delicious movies. Yes, that was a Bones and All pun. As yet, there hasn't been a concrete reporting how much money Chalamet has made for each of his projects, but it's suspected that he takes away $2.2 million for Dune. And again, if CelebrityNetWorth.com is to be believed, his net worth sits at a comfortable $25 million. Not bad for an almost Spider-Man, right? However, it's suspected that Holland's net worth is also around the $25 million point, so there wasn't a lot that Timothée actually missed out on. But if we consider there's a lineup of Spider-Man movies in the future, the fortune disparity between the two will surely increase. Not to mention, who are the other A-list celebrities who almost snagged the Spider-Man role? The first on our list is Leonardo DiCaprio. Yes, people of all genders, our very own Jack Dawson was in talks of playing Peter Parker way back when. Sam Raimi was making the OG Spider-Man movie, however, he didn't get too far in the casting process. Was he too good an actor? Would he have overshadowed the movie? We don't know, cause our boy Leo doesn't even remember why he didn't make it very far in casting. The next person is our very own Asa Butterfield. You might know him from The Boy in Striped Pajamas and Sex Education. Apparently, Butterfield was quite devastated when he didn't get the part. He's spoken about specific roles in scripts he's loved and put his heart and soul into, and not being able to do them was S. His words, not ours. Butterfield also talked about how if he got Spider-Man, he wouldn't have been able to do Sex Education. And honestly, we're glad because Butterfield is Otis. Jake Gyllenhaal, the handsome AF actor with sad eyes, almost got cast for Spider-Man. Apparently things were so close that when Tobey Maguire was hurt before filming Spider-Man 2, Gyllenhaal was waiting to take over the project. Fortunately, Maguire healed, disappointing many Gyllenhaal fans. He did, however, get his foot in the Spider-Man franchise, but as Mysterio. So 3 of the other A-list celebrities who almost got cast as Little Spidey are Tom Cruise, James Franco, and Heath Ledger. Franco originally auditioned for Peter Parker's role and didn't get it, but he got along really well with Sam Raimi, who ended up offering him Harry's role. What's more, what character does Zendaya think Timothée should play in Spider-Man? The co-star couple Zendaya and Tom Holland both think Chalamet would play a great villain in a Spider-Man movie. Not only that, but the two have a specific character cut out for him too. Any guesses? Well, it's none other than Harry Osborn. Okay, yes, we can see Chalamet playing Harry. Spider-Man not so much, but Harry definitely. In a conversation with Associated Press, Zendaya said,
He would be a good friend of Spider-Man.
I think
or
he would be
foe
a great...
of Spider-Man, who knows?
Holland added it would be better to bring Chalamet as a friend and slowly turn him towards the dark side.
That's
Maybe
his
he
origin
comes
story.
for MJ and I'm like, whoa, Harry. You better watch
That's his-
where you're
that's
moving
his-
around my girl, bro.
Holland continued, and honestly, we love the little guy. We can see this happening. Zendaya and Chalamet had brilliant chemistry in Dune, and to translate that into a Spider-Man movie would be gold. Last but not least, what did an alleged movie star advise Timothée? So, Spider-Man or no Spider-Man, Timothée Chalamet is one of the brightest actors of his generation. It's not only us that's saying this. The boy has garnered praise and appreciation for his talent from most of the legendary actors he's worked with, and he's worked with a handful. Spider-Man's missed role might not have done a number on him because Timothy's gone on record to say that one of his heroes advised him to stay away from hard drugs and superhero movies. The superstar that gave Timothée the advice turned out to be none other than Leonardo DiCaprio. The two actors worked together on Don't Look Up, along with Jennifer Lawrence, Cate Blanchett, and Meryl Streep. So far, DiCaprio's advice has been working for the young actor. Also, we're low-key glad the advice came from someone who's had a successful career for themselves too. That's a wrap for this video. Do you think Timothée Chalamet would have made a good Spider-Man? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Please make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one.